Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. At the end of this video, you should know how to draw a triangle ABC when giving the base angle, and the altitude. Here, the base is a part of it, is where the triangle sits. The altitude refers to the height of a triangle, and the base angles are the angles that are formed at the base. Now, to get started, the first thing to do is to turn on my construction layer. My next step is to draw a line 70 millimeters long. This line should be horizontal, so I would need to ensure that ortho mode is on. So I turn on my ortho mode. I then left click for my start point, drag, then type 70, enter. That is done. Now, my next step is to draw a line at 45 degrees. The length of this line is unknown. What we do know is the distance the line is from the base. It should be 60 millimeters. I could draw a parallel line here, 60 millimeters, or I could draw this line first. In this case, I'll be using a different technique. I'll be using a circle 2p to transfer the height. This is similar to offset. So next I'll draw this line at an angle of 45 degrees. Edit for line, enter. To specify the first point, I left click here I specify here as my first point. Drag a little distance, then press the tab key. Then I enter an angle of 45, 5, enter. That is now done. My next step is to draw. I could offset this or draw a circle 2p in one work. Let me offset. O for offset, enter. Type a distance of 60, enter. Left click here, left click there. That is done. So here is now the altitude for the circle. My next step is to change to a polyline, change my outline, sorry. Then activate polyline. Then starting here, left click there, here. Then type C to close the figure. And that is done. Please note that I used a different technique here. What I did, I used a circle with 2 points to determine the height of this. In AutoCAD, there are many different ways of doing things. Many different ways of doing things. Yeah? So it's up to you to choose the one that you want. My next step is to add my annotation to label this. So for that, next step is to go to text, click on my text layer, then go to text, drop down, click single line. The command bar will ask me to specify the start point. I left click here as a start point. I then enter to accept 0. Next one is A. Click here for B. Here is C. Click outside and escape. That's done. To dimension, before start dimensioning, I must change to my dimension layer. So I left click there, go to dimension. I then, in this case, when dimensioning, it is important that you dimension only what you're required to find. In this case, you're given the altitude, that must be established. The base angle, that must be established. And also the base. So I will need to dimension those. So I click second time, click down, spacebar to reactivate, go to linear. I left click here to get the altitude, left click here, left click here. That is that. I will also need the angle. To get that, I click on the drop down here, go to angle, left click here, left click there, drag out. That is now my angle. And just like that, we have it. Triangle ABC when giving the base angle, and the altitude. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.